And the coloration that we want is right here. And that is precisely what we're looking for, so we can get the maximized amount of flavor out of our coffee.
经过森林大概有45分钟的时间，来到这个地方，到底是哪个庄园？咱们来看一下后面。Deborah庄园。
I named the farm Finca Deborah in 2010 after my mother, Deborah Savage. This is Finca Deborah Interstellar. So this is a natural yeast processed. We're actually in lot number 1. This is the original lot where we planted geisha for the first time in 2010. And hence you can see this very, very mature geisha tree behind us. But it's doing something very special right now. It's flowering at the same time that we are through harvest. So each one of these beautiful little flowers has the opportunity to be a coffee cherry. So as the flowering commences, this flower will stay on the tree for about 3 days. And then what we're left with is a very, very tiny bean, which will over a 9-month period grow into a full, ripe, mature coffee cherry. But something also special about these flowers is their flavor. So what we can do is take one of these flowers and you can actually eat it. Green apple, jasmine, incredibly sweet. Right. So after that flowering cycle, the flowers will fall off the tree and we're left with little tiny coffee cherries. Coffees over time, so we get a congruent drying cycle within the grain, and that helps preserve shelf life but also flavor quality, and it reduces the opportunity for mold blooms, medicinal flavor notes, these kinds of very notes that are abhorrent really to coffees of this caliber. So washed coffees start on the second level. We never start on the top with our washed coffees. The sun is just too intense, it's too hot. And we can crack the parchment. And if you crack the parchment, then you expose the grain to oxidization and ultraviolet light, which can really do damage to the coffee. So typically our washed coffees will stay on the drying beds for anywhere between 12 to 18 days, depending on climate. So we also very slow dry our washed coffees also. So our coffees stay on the shelf very well for up to 18 months. And typically we don't have any problems in between. We box all of our coffees in 20 kilogram boxes, 44 pounds. And as long as you are storing our coffees in a cool environment, climate controlled, you shouldn't have any problem with our coffees over that period of time. So right here, if you look at this bed, this is our classic natural geisha. And if you see that beautiful sheen or shine on that coffee, this is actually sugar that is remaining on the shell or cascara. Now, if you look at this coffee, for example, and I'll come down here where you can see it, this is an anaerobic coffee that has spent a tremendous amount of time in the tanks. So you're not going to have all of those sugars remaining on the skin because they've been consumed by yeast bacteria. And you'll have an incredibly different flavor profile between Afterglow and this coffee here, which is Symbiosis. Savage Coffee's instant carbonic macerated geisha. So when you're traveling back to China, you'll have something good to drink on the way. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
戴博拉的庄主的手上 得到了一个小小的礼物。他说这个方便我在飞机上的时候需要咖啡的时候可以补充一下。跪下。
So this is a very nice snapshot of how Savage Coffees grows its coffees. If you look at this beautiful backdrop, we've got all of our coffee trees below these indigenous beneficial trees, many of which are nitrogen developing. In other words, they're leguminous. So what we're doing is we're taking nitrogen from the air. The root system itself is cracking that nitrogen and creating NH4, which is really ammonia. But what that allows the trees beneath the beneficial trees, what that allows is those foliage below to absorb nitrogen, whereas before they aren't capable of doing it. So that nitrogen is not readily available to those plants. So in essence, what we're looking at is a nitrogen making machine naturally. So our ecology is providing natural nitrogen to our coffee trees below. So if you look at the leaf structure, if you look at the trees themselves, how healthy they are, completely free of disease. There is no roya, there is no anthracnosis, terite. These are diseases that are typical at high elevation farms. Our trees are completely healthy because our soils are healthy. So through nitrogen fixing trees like this tree right here, it's called an inga, where this tree is producing nitrogen through the soil, through its root system. We have an extremely balanced and healthy ecology. And that is the secret to fine coffee. That is healthy soils that are transferred and translated through our coffee. So our goal, of course, as responsible producers and farmers is to maintain our ecology. We're not interested in coming here and cutting down all of the forest so that we can have a higher production level. We are balancing what we're doing with our ecology, nurturing our soils. And as you can see how healthy everything is.
Yeah.
This is the consummate example of how we produce coffee here at Finca Deborah and throughout all our farms. It's a requirement. Now, we do not use herbicides and we do not use pesticides, ever. So when you walk through the farm, you will see insects that you've never seen before. I mean, it's truly extraordinary. The number of bird species is really, really incredible. And that's because we're in harmony with our ecology.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, what's up?
Wow, look at that. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh yeah.
Hey, this is Peter.
Once a year, blooming. Incredible. Snow White.
Snow White. Smells really beautiful. Jasmine smell. Ooh.